Hi, I'm James Crowson with Crowson Law Group. I'd like to take a few moments to talk with you about the duties and obligations of an insurance company for an at-fault driver. In a liability context, the insurance company is obligated to do certain things on behalf of the at-fault driver. Most people are used to dealing with their own insurance company when they're filing their medical bills. They've got health insurance. They know that there is a contract for their insurance company to pay for their medical bills. They go to the doctor, they send the bills to the insurance company, and the insurance company pays them. It's different in a liability context because the liability carrier doesn't really owe anything for anybody's medical bills. They owe two things, and they owe those two things to the at-fault driver. Number one is called the duty to defend, and that's just what it sounds like. They owe a defense. If their insured gets sued in a court of law, they will have to find a lawyer and pay that lawyer to defend the case through the trial. The second obligation is again to the at-fault driver, and it is the duty to indemnify. And in this case, the indemnification is against a jury verdict. So if you go to court, you file your lawsuit, you carry the day, and you get a verdict against their insured for money damages, then they've already promised, the liability carrier has already promised to pay that verdict up to the policy limits and up to the protection that that person purchased. When insurance companies talk about settling a claim, they're talking about eliminating their obligations to their insured. They are going to pay an amount of money in order for you to give away your case, your right to sue their insured. When you are paid money by a liability carrier, it is in exchange for one thing and one thing only. It is in exchange for your promise not to sue their insured or to drop your suit against their insured. In exchange for that promise, they will give you a check for money damages, and that money damages check should represent a fair guess. Nobody likes it when I use that word, but it's a guess. A fair guess of what you would get if you did go to court and put on your case in front of a jury. So remember, when you're working with an insurance company that's defending an at-fault driver, they will pay you in exchange for your promise not to sue their insured, so they can avoid paying defense costs and so that they can avoid paying a verdict. In exchange for that promise not to sue, you should receive an amount of money that's a fair guess of what you would get if you went to court and put your case on in front of a jury.